Welcome to the fresh 92.7 SARL panel. I'm Laura Eckert and we'll be discussing the Sports Centre Cup Round 5 to Round 7 and the NRL Affiliate State Championships. I'm joined by SA Senior Representative player Anselm Fadiaki from Centrals and State Under-18s Representative player and SA's Most Valuable player Brodie Black from Eels. Welcome guys.
Hello.
Okay, Sports Centre Cup Round 5, 6 and 7 have been played with some very close contests. Eels 1 and Roosters Blue have consistently been performing well with both no losses after 7 rounds. How do you feel Roosters Blue side will hold up when you play Eels 1?
Oh look, it's going to be a tough game, especially being the game straight after state, and considering we had probably a third of our team representing the state side, so there's a few sore bodies that will be fronting up on both sides, I guess. But look, we're up to the challenge, and we're actually a bit disappointed that we drew with them early on in the season. So we're out to make a point this week, and look, I think we'll do well.
Yep. And the new club Panthers is also improving with new players. What are your thoughts on how they'll perform when you see the split with the Division 1 and 2?
I think they'll be more confident, not facing the top of the hardest teams that we've been there for years, and being down low versus us, they'll be a bit more confident and structured. They can work more on each other's competition.
Fitness and agility seem to have been a large factor with the team's performances this year. We've seen the likes of Henley's Hade Tumi and Arnie Kane scoring with sprints down the field. Could this inclusion of speed be what the Raiders need to claim the cup?
Oh yeah, look, Hare and Arnie are great players, and yeah, they are quick. Look, that as well as some of the experience they've got with some of their older players that are in there. You know, Wazza and Levi, they're great players as well. So I think, you know, for Henley, it's probably a matter of just getting it all together, and I'm not sure how they're doing a training, but they sure do have the individuals that can do it. So yeah, look, I think they'll finish strong towards the back end of the season.
And how is your defence structure going to stop this sort of speed?
Look, we'll just make sure that we try and get up on them. You know, try and take as much metres off them before they actually get a wind up, and that's the thing. So I think in defence we'll be working on our speed off the line to try and shut them down as early as we can, instead of, you know, being a bit flat-footed, which we've been lately. You know, the first 7 rounds. So it's something for us to work on.
Yep. So they'll be playing the Souths this weekend, and the Titans will be playing the Roosters White. It should be a good weekend of footy.
3, 2.
The NRL Affiliate State Championships was held over the June long weekend at Coopers Stadium, Hindmarsh. State rivalry was at its best, with South Australia, Western Australia, Northern Territory and Victoria competing across under-18s, women's and senior divisions. Let's welcome SA Women's Tag Representative player Kylie Rahutai to the panel. Thanks for joining us, Kylie.
Thanks.
Well, it was a tough championships as usual, with the best of the best from each state going up against each other. How do you think SA performed in the championships in the senior division?
Look, I think we did a pretty good job, considering there were so many new faces this season, and also the late call-ups that we had, the late addition of players to the team. All that put in together, I think we, you know, held ourselves high for that.
Yeah, well, let's hear from each of the team captains from throughout the weekend.
We're here at Coopers Stadium, where South Australia have just had their first game of the state affiliated championships, and I've got Captain Dave Robinson with me. Firstly, congratulations on being captain. How's it been for you so far?
Yeah, it's been a bit of a surreal experience. Opportunity to play alongside a lot of good group of guys, but yeah, it's been a very tough first day in the office.
And you've been training together for about 6 weeks now, so how have all the boys from different clubs meshed together?
Yeah, we've had a pretty good nucleus, 10 or 12 guys that have been consistently there. Unfortunately, we've had a few guys that have had to withdraw in the last week or so, and that's had a few forced changes. So the guys that we've pulled in, they played very well today, so tip of the hat to those guys.
South Australia get better every year, and we try to show them respect every time we come here, and we thank Adelaide for hosting us. We love coming here.
A few of their forwards really stood up. I think their captain, their second row, I think he was. He had a decent game. You know, they had a few quick backs there that were giving us a bit of trouble in and around the ruck every now and then. So, you know, they surprised us a bit.
I don't know his name, but the left side second row, I think he was the captain, just really tough, just kept taking it up all day and just didn't take a backward step, so it was actually really hard to tackle.
So as Dave Robertson mentioned, only 10 to 12 of the boys that were originally selected actually played. Why did so many pull out?
Oh, look, I think some of them are due to injury and just unavailability. So, you know, rugby league isn't their main profession, so they've got to honour their workloads first. So I think it came down to that. And
how did this affect the performance?
Well, you just don't have enough time to gel with everyone, and so, you know, it takes a lot of time to get to know how people play beside you and on the same team. And when you've been formed at such late notice and are expected to play at that level, it's very difficult and very challenging.
Well, moving on to the under-18 side, let's start by hearing from Captain Chris Davidson.
So have you been impressed with the boys' effort so far against Vic and WA?
Oh, they're doing a great job for, you know, like we got some small guys out there and they're doing a beautiful job against these big bloody Victorians. So, you know, they're doing pretty good.
How was it walking out onto the field and playing against such big guys?
Pretty scary, actually. Being such a small guy, seeing guys like that come out here, it's hard to go in for them. Yeah.
And just under the under-18 second game, SARL Media had the chance to speak to Brant Edwards, who's the president of Australian Schoolboys. This is what he had to say.
Today I thought that the Northern Territory team was very, very good, and in the earlier game the Western Australians. They both got the advantage, or the Western Australians have got the advantage of having been in the SG ball system, so their kids are used to performing at the higher levels. For the less experienced sides like the Northern Territory and South Australia, they tend to have to learn as they're going along how to come up to a higher level. So it takes them a little while to get used to things, and we certainly saw that from South Australia today, where they are much stronger in their second game of the tournament than they were in the first.
As a team, you went on and scored South Australia's first try. How did you feel you improved over the weekend?
I felt that I improved more in defence and attacking. Like I was starting to feel more fitter, and all of us started working more as a team. And like in defence, there was more than one person to tackle instead of taking these big guys on one-on-one.
And what will you take away from this championship?
I'll take away more experience and more confidence taking on bigger guys, and take away putting it in the seniors.
That's great. Now to wrap up, in the women's tag division, how do you feel the girls went?
Considering we had such a young team, we did all right. Disappointed with the first day, but backed it up the second day.
Yep. We spoke to Vice Captain Emma Yates over the weekend, and this is how she mentioned how the championships was quite different to the previous ones she'd played for South Australia.
Yeah, because they've opened it up to the OzTag, so we've got a few OzTag girls come into the comp, and definitely helps the girls. Like there's more experience in girls. I've got a lot of younger girls, so it's all merging. It's doing well.
There were some NRL touch football girls in your side as well. How easy was it to merge together?
I found it easy coming from the union background, and I think everybody just got along pretty well. We're all pretty easygoing, so.
And how about you, Brody? You've come from a union background. How was that merging in the league?
I found it hard to merge into the league from the high tackle difference and the rules difference. Like it was hard to change my way I thought in the games from union to league.
And Anselm, what about the men's team?
Yeah, look, there are a couple of union players that every season they either step up to league or actually just fill in, and we usually find that the rules is the most challenging thing. They can all run, catch, pass, tackle, which is great, but the thing about getting back on side 10 metres and reloading again for defensive sets, I think that's quite a challenging aspect to that game. Yeah, well, thank you very much, guys, for joining us. For more information on fixtures, results and where to play NRL and SA, visit the SARL website at www.sarugbyleague.com.au. I'm Laura Eckert and I'll see you next month.